of the challenges is clearly going to be if you double in size, you've got twice as many GMs or MDs to take care of. How do you feel that's going to be a big challenge, maintaining that entrepreneurial spirit, maintaining that kind of speedboat approach when the water's literally full of speedboats?
Absolutely. I mean, that's the $100,000 question, which I just last week discussed with our head of operations, and I mean the answer, or my hypothesis right now, is that we can operate in the way we are operating for a while. For instance, we already consolidated a little bit. So, the former Bebro Frickenhausen together with the Czech, we, merged together with KATEK Brassau.
When it's appropriate.
One larger entity with a kind of unified managing director landscape. And, maybe also in the future there will come more of this, but the basic structure of the speedboats will be the same. So this structure, it depends heavily on what kind of companies we are going to acquire in the next couple of years. If we continue to acquire companies with, let me say, a size between 20 and 100 million, then I would say, in 2 years from now, when we are at, let me say, 750 million euro, then we maybe need something like a kind of a big discussion about a new setup, because we cannot allow that we end up like General Electrics. 1 or 2 decades before, when they had all their entrepreneurial unit and it was hundreds.
It was chaos.
It was chaos, and nobody. This was a bright idea at the beginning, and they were very competitive, and they were better, like Siemens or RBB and the other. They were the benchmark, and now nobody is even talking about GE, because they failed to adapt to the size they had in the new world at a certain point. This will happen with KATEK. So we will, at something like 750 million, we will do kind of a rethinking about the organization. If that's the second option, if the M&A path will get us to a point where we will do a merger with another company of similar size, then everything, of course, is maybe different, and we can work with the KATEK part, in the way we have then, because if we acquire such a large company, and then the M&A path for, let me say, 2 or 3 years is over. I don't need another M&A that now can restart in 2 or 3 years. Maybe some smaller additions, but that's those 2 main options which we have in mind.
Yeah, and I think staying true to your original vision is absolutely key. You had a clear vision at the start. It's got you very successfully to where you are now. Staying true to that vision is really important, because we've seen EMS companies, particularly in the US, grow by acquiring lots of small companies and saying, yep, they're all going to keep their agility, they're going to keep their separate structure, and then a couple of years down the line, suddenly, nope, they've all lost their own identity, and they have to become this single entity, and then they're in a different position. Then they have to compete with the Jables and the Flexes of this world, and it's a margin sensitive business, and it's maybe not what they want. I think what's really exciting at the moment is you're changing the industry because of your new views, and the industry is changing because the OEMs need it to change, and the industry is changing because governments and supply chain security and all kinds of other things are coming into play. So for me, it's a staggeringly exciting time to be doing what you're doing, and I can see that you're enthusiastic about what's to come, which is, I think it's the key. What are you most excited about of the next part of your adventure?
I mean, I'm always extremely motivated, by learning something. And I mean, the unexpected. I'm looking forward to the unexpected, and then how we deal with it. And I'm sure we find the right way. So that's what I like most about the future. That I don't know anything about the future. I really like this. And I mean, I love Frank Sinatra. So I mean, the best is yet to come. That's my deep conviction, and that's also true, for our industry and especially for KATEK.
Yeah, and I absolutely think you're right, and I think it's a model that not just works for KATEK, but works for all your customers as well. So that's where it's really exciting. Rainer, thanks so much for your time. It's always an absolute joy to chat to you, and look forward to the next time. Thank you.
Thank you very much, too.